Ahoy hardcore gamers and welcome back to Rothmar, the Hardcore Guardian on Lord of the Rings Online. As this episode we continue to play through the game on the hardest difficulty of Heroic 9 plus 2, trying to play the game as a hardcore. So that meaning death means Rothmar will be deleted from this realm of existence. So in this episode we continue our way through Bree. We clear out Midgewater Marshes. We do a couple deeds and we finally make a decision. Well, I finally make a decision that I'm happy to use marks, and I find a way to fully upgrade my gear. So now I'm in a really good place to head into some harder content. So without further ado, let's jump straight into the action, and here we go. So here we are, the edge of Midgewater Swamps. This is where, well, Midgewater Marshes, I should say. Look at this vista, pretty nice looking area. You've got the Lone Lands just over there. You've got the Weathertop, or I think it's Amon Sul, I believe it's called. Or just the Weathertop, which is just there, which is pretty cool. And you have a little ruin, well, a little ruin, you've got a big old ruin here, which is infested by spiders. If you don't like spiders, probably avoid those ruins. So we're probably going to be spending most of this episode in this area. I haven't played this for 3 weeks, so I think I have a lot of rest experience. As you can see here, I've got a lot of rest experience. I think I might have 2 levels worth, or at least level 20, most of level 20 I should get. So we are going to be essentially hunting our way through the Midgewater Marshes. We are still on the hardest difficulty, which you can see down here. Oh. And just spamming all my skills, because I've forgotten what most of them do. So that's an AoE. Okay. That's an opening. Okay. I will need to reread my skills. But I do intend to just essentially do the Midgewater Swamps in this area. There's a load of deeds in this area as well, and I'm just grabbing all the copper just because it gives me a little bit of extra experience. I'm probably not actually going to use the copper, but it's just good to have. I need to take out these sickle flies as well, because they are a requirement deed in the area, so I will be taking them out as much as I can. But I will reread my skills, because I'm now just pressing everything, hoping for the best. So all I'm going to do now is just take out as many Nurka breakers as I can. There is a slayer requirement to kill them, so obviously I need to take out 30, and then I think it's 60 after that. I'm just going to take out this sickle fly to see whether there's a requirement to take out sickle flies. I don't know whether they've... So I know... as I'm recording this is the morning of me uploading. So yesterday the update for Umbar came out. Umbar hasn't just come out, but the update has come out today. I'm not sure whether they've altered some of the stats. I know I'm 5 levels higher than these guys, but I'm taking significantly less damage as I was before, and I haven't changed my gear, haven't changed anything other than there's been an update. So I don't know whether things have changed, whether there's been a bit of balancing changes or issues. But I'm not complaining. I'm actually able to kind of speed through these and not have to worry too much about my health. But of course I'm going to worry about my health, but I don't have to worry as much as I did before. I'm presuming that still the signature mobs, which I will be fighting against a couple of signature mobs at some point in these marshes. I can't remember exactly where I fight them, but there are some signature mobs in this area. When I get to fight them, they might pose more of a threat compared to these level 13 to 14 just mobs in this area. But I'm gonna, as I make my way through these quests, I'll jump in and out, and just to show what progress I've made. I would like in this video to essentially get through the Marshwater Swamps, or Midgewater Swamps I should say. That's not the name of this place either, the Midgewater Marshes. Would like to get through this area, because the next area has me working just here north of Bree. And then that kind of starts to roll in the rest of the story of Bree, and it puts me in quite a nice kind of route towards going to the Barrow Downs. Still kind of worried about the Barrow Downs, because that is going to be the biggest curve for this account. It will be the Barrow Downs. I'm relatively content with the build up to the Barrow Downs and Kendall doing the brigades and all the quests in this northern area, doing the quest down here to the south before you get to Cardolan, and is even in Buckland in the Old Forest. I'm happy with those areas. I'm just a little bit worried about when we get to I'm just worried about when I get to the Barrow Downs, because there's a load of aggressive mobs and they are relatively strong and quite hard to, well, relatively strong and hard to kill. It will put me into a good stead to start looking at doing the first dungeon. I've probably revised in the kind of rules of my character / account. I'm not going to over level for dungeons. I'm just going to see when I get there if I can and can't do it, because obviously if I die, delete the character. So I'm just going to play it by ear. But I did originally say no more than 3 levels above the dungeon. I'm going to revise that to no more than 5, just because after the Barrow Downs there is a dungeon in the Lone Lands, which is very difficult. I will try and solo them as much as I can. If I can't solo them, I might just look at a small group rather than a full fellowship. But once again, we'll play it by ear. If I don't do all of the content solo, because the open world content is difficult enough, if I can't do all of the instance content solo, I'm not too worried about it. But we'll see when we get to it. That is still a couple episodes away, and realistically, I could very well die before then. Because at the moment, I'm still fighting against mobs quite a low level for me. But that is actually a lot of rambling for me. So I've almost taken out, well, I have taken out all of the necker breakers I needed. And I'm just waiting for this last fennel seed to drop. Once I get this last fennel seed, then apologies. Once I get this last fennel seed, I can then just head over to the east of the marshes. Once I get to the east of the marshes, all I need to do then is just essentially take out a load of goblins. There's a little camp of goblins down here. There's a few mobs I can talk to on the way. Not mobs, you don't talk to mobs because they're monsters. There's a few NPCs on the way I can talk to, which will give me a couple new quests. Which does actually involve clearing these. Do have to be really careful with sappers as well in this. I think I've said it on my brawler videos, I should say. That sappers, the explosions the sappers drop on the floor are really quite deadly. So you do want to jump out of them or get away from them. Or attack a sapper from afar. As soon as they throw the bomb, just run out of the AoE. They're not so bad on lower difficulties, but on the harder difficulties of, i.e. Heroic 9, Difficulty 9, Heroic 2, which is the hardest difficulty, they hit like a truck, so you do want to avoid it. So that's all of the fennel seeds collected. So I'm just going to now, there's a couple more mobs I need to kill here, which is this sunken stone one. Scout in the marshes, kill 3 goblins in this area. Now I'm just going to head to the east. We fought our way through the marshes, taking out a load of necker breakers, as well as a load of sickle flyers. Completed the first level of the necker breakers, and sickle flyers have nearly finished the first slayer deed for that one as well. So going quite well. These guys will have some quests for me. So this Edwin has quests for me to take out a load of spiders to the north. This person wants me to take out some sickle flies. This, he'll give me a key once I take out the sickle flies for him. So the quest I'm currently now on is killed a load of goblins just in this little town here. I believe that, well, not a town, it's a ruin. I believe that these are signature mobs. I'll be able to tell because one of them is there somewhere. There, yeah, so he's a signature mob. So I need to be careful here. Both of them are signature mobs. One of them is just down there. The other one is hidden inside this little camp. So I may have to, depends his level, may have to very quickly dispatch his ad, run away, Once again, it completely depends on how well I can sustain again. Oh, he's only level 11. Okay. Saying only level 11. I should be able to take him out. Once I regain my health. Do I have any food to eat, just in case? Vitality, 2 vitality. That's pretty poor. I may as well eat it. It's only 2 vitality. So I'm going to take out his ad first. And once his ad's down, then I'll focus on him. I'm lagging a bit here, actually. A bit unresponsive. However, it's now me v him, and this is very unresponsive. None of my skills are working. This is not good. None of my skills are working at all. So, I am going to run here, because none of my skills are working. It's good when the game works. Yeah, it's just there's no point in me trying at this very moment in time. Have a good thing I've got this sprint skill, because I can just sprint away. I will go back in and try and take him out once I regenerate my health. He did have a snare, which is a bit annoying. It's strange that suddenly it got really unresponsive. It's now, so I handed in the fact that I killed 3 goblins in this area. It now wants me to take out 8 sappers. See, sappers are all over the marsh, so I can just take them out when I see them. Do want to wait for my potion to come off cooldown. So how long is that? That is another minute before I try and take out that guy again. But while I wait, obviously I can just go around and take out these sappers. But we'll jump back in as I'm ready to try and fight that guy. So we're going to go again. Hopefully my skills actually connect this time. There we go. So I'm actually able to hit him, which is good. So, okay, I've got lag again, which is not good. Which I don't understand why I'm getting lag just when I'm fighting this one guy. However, that's a big hit. I'm fine. The lag's really annoying. I'm assuming it's just because there's a lot of people on because of the update to Umbar. Which okay, it's fine. I just have to make this work. The other guy is up here somewhere, which that will be my next target. Is just to make my way in this camp. When I fight one of these mobs, they're both going to aggro. So this is slightly more risky going into this camp, especially if I get snared or attacked by multiple of them. But once again, they're a low level. They're only level 10, so I should be okay. It's been a huge slaughter of some sickle flies. There's a load of them just to the north here. Couldn't find that many greater sickle flies for this quest, so I just killed everything. And I've almost finished my first part of the sickle fly deed. Slayer deed, that is. So that was my quest for killing a load of the goblins. 2 quests to hand in that I handed to Bill Mossfoot. And this guy is a quest for had the quest for killing the sickle flies. Just opened that chest there, and got some items, I suppose. Not really bothered about what I'm getting from that guy, to be quite honest. So the only thing I now have to do in this area is take out a load of these spiders in the ruins to the north. On the way there, I'm going to take out this Midgewater warrior. No particular reason other than this should level me up to level 20. So here we go. Should being the magic word. Let's see. There we go, level 20. Happy with that. So let's see what I've just unlocked, right? So I unlocked missions. Okay, I will not be doing those, but I'll probably do the quest. So but I won't be doing missions because missions themselves are very dangerous on increased difficulties just because the scaling is slightly off. What else did we unlock? So we got a new deed, quickness. So these are just fine for my class. Not too bothered about these, to be quite honest. They don't really do anything anymore. Deed completed. I believe I also got the survive to level 20 somewhere. Let's detach that. There we go. So it's down here. Didn't pop up down here in the bottom right, unfortunately. But here you can see in here, a new title has been bestowed upon you. You may now be known as Rothman No Death the Undying, which is if I remember how to set titles. Where is the Undying? That's what I want. Rothman No Death. The Undying. Where are you? The Undying gets level 20 without dying. Make active. So I am now happily level 20. Well, I was relatively happy anyway. And we are doing very well. Just going to look at these quests. Look at these items. Quests, items, skills, talents are what they're called, sire. But to say, talents are what they're called, Rothma. So click there and get some more deeper wounds. Apply. Happy. So one more level, I get to get Relentless Fury. Should be quite nice. Don't really know what it does, but it'd be quite nice. I swear it's a quick damage increase with a 2-minute cooldown. That'd be good. And we're going to now carry on our story. We'll carry on the story. Carry on killing a lot of these sickle flies. We need them for the Slayer deed. So if you see, I just need one more for my initial Slayer deed. I think the second one is 40 kills. Oh, as we take out, let's see how many it is now. Yeah, it's 40 kills, which won't take long to get at all. Well, hopefully if I can find enough of them in this area, because they do tend to be a bit of a pain to find. I have also decided as well, which we'll cover now, I'm level 20. When I've been doing these deeds, some of them, particularly the Slayer deeds of some of the older zones, they offer marks. So marks you can use at skirmish camps. There's one skirmish camp just to the south gate of Bree, just here. As I've earned the marks through doing deeds, I'm going to allow myself to buy gear with marks. Buy items with marks, not just gear. So that will keep the... When there's a glutton of, or there's an inability to get new gear, like now I'm kind of stuck in a lull because I can't actually get, that's a days I'll be using it, so I can't actually get any new gear until I go past the barrows. So the items I have now, I can't craft anything new until I go to the Lone Lands, and the Lone Lands are slightly higher level, so I'm kind of now stuck with gear, so I'm stuck with what I've got. So I'll be using the marks, which I get from those deeds. Before I use them, I have already got a load of them built up, which I will... I think it's... I can show you here. So I've got a load of marks built up here. I've got 4,000. Before I actually spend those marks, I will work out how many I actually have on this character. And how many I've actually gained. So I'm not going to go straight in and say, okay, I've got 4,000 marks to use. I'm going to actually physically see how many marks I have on this character unlocked. And I'm only going to spend what this character's unlocked through deeds. And then, so I think that's fair. Because I could easily get, out of those 4,000 marks I've got now already, I could probably gear myself up to probably near enough end game buy without having to do anything extra. Won't be the best gear, but it'll still be gear. So that is something I've now essentially a rule I've decided on myself. I won't, once again, I won't be doing skirmishes either, because skirmishes are obviously a really good way to get marks, because that's the original way of getting marks in the game. However, skirmishes, like missions, they don't really scale too well for these difficulties, so I just won't be doing them. I might do them later on when I get really good gear, probably later end game, but that is a long way off. I've only just hit level 20 without dying. There is still another 125, 140, how many, I don't know what the max level is anymore with Umbar, but there's still a lot of levels to go. And before I get all those levels, I still have to get through Moria. I still have to get through a few places which are quite dangerous. Kind of worried about Moria. I know I'm jumping the gun, but Moria is a bit worrying to me because just the number of mobs I'm going to be fighting. But hey, we'll get there when we get there. I'm going to keep killing these mobs. I'm going to make my way around to this north part here because there's a deed location just up there. And we'll jump back in when I get there. This is one of the last deed history of the Dunedain objects you need in this area. If you look back on the previous videos, you'll see the others. This is the ancient obelisk, you can see here, which is just here to the north of Midgewater Marshes, which is in these ruins. And then the last deed one for here is just over there, which I'll show you in a second. We need to go there anyway to take out the marsh queen, which is just a big spider. Been killing a lot of these spiders just because it's a slayer deed, as well as all the necker breakers in the area and all the sickle flies you find. There's only, from what I can remember, there is only really 2 major areas for sickle flies in Bree. One is up here in Nenhan, and then one is just down here in Midgewater Marshes. So I tend to take advantage of being in Midgewater Marshes, and I just stay here until I get all of my kills for sickle flies at least, because spiders, they're quite numerous, so you tend to find them all over the place. If I can get all the spider kills here, that's great, but I don't really go out my way to get them all. The ones I do go out my way to get is obviously the sickle flies. I did sometimes the necker breakers, but that really does depend on how I feel. But yeah, so we're going to continue on over to this area here. This Marsh Queen is a signature mob, so it could be quite difficult. I say difficult, you never know, or I don't know until I get in the fight. It could be a heavy hitter, could be a quick one to kill. Those out of those 2 goblins I fought earlier, the second one I didn't record because it died too quickly. I got a really good crit on it and it didn't even take off a third of my health. So I was like, as I hit it, I realised that it was going to be a very quick fight with no problems at all. So this Spider Queen might be the same, might be different. So we'll see when we get there. We are approaching this ancient altar, which is the last of the history of the Dunedain deed. So there we go. I've got 30 marks of that, which is nice. Haven't worked out how many marks I've actually got yet, but I will do that before I go to the shop. But that's History of Dunedain completed, and getting some more Lord of the Rings points. And the location of this is just here, which is at the Marshwater Fort. I just now need to make my way past all of these 8-legged freaks, just to take out their queen, which is very nice of me. The queen is just there, big girl. She is a level 15 signature mob. I believe she also has a snare, so I will eat before the fight. And I didn't say this earlier, but I do now have this skill here. So if I get dazed or anything like that, I can do the Zakis saying to the enemy, so I can essentially return the favour. Okay, that's... I haven't actually looked what I've picked up in my inventory. Okay, it's just a load of load of junk. I'm going to eat that, and I'm going to eat that as well. So hopefully I'm in the best position to fight this level 15 signature mob. 5 level difference, should be okay. So let's go for this. So looks like my damage is quite substantial. It's called in some reinforcements, it's not ideal. Let's see if I can just burn down the queen quickly. Okay, queen's down. That was good. Let's hopefully take out this watcher before he can take me out. Okay, that was a really comfortable fight, which is quite surprising. It would have been absolutely fine if it didn't call in the reinforcements, but it did, but didn't really make too much difference. So I don't know whether... Because earlier when we fought the just about here, we fought the brigads, and one signature brigade that was 4 levels lower than me, I really struggled to kill. So for me to be able to take out one that's 5 levels lower than me, granted I have leveled, but there's no new gear that I've got, and I had a +1 mob, it's quite a good sign that obviously they may have updated something on this class, or they may have just kind of tweaked the difficulty a little bit. So I'm probably more inclined they've probably tweaked the difficulty a little bit, because I haven't seen any major patch notes or any major changes to the Guardian. But I could be wrong. I've not been looking at the... I generally don't tend to look at patch notes, to be quite honest. I just play the game. I'm not really that fussed a lot of the time. So now I'm going to go hand in these quests. So get a hand in this quest to kill the Spider to the east, then head back to Staddle to hand in the last of the quests. Once this area is complete, which it should be very shortly once I hand in these quests, we will head to the south of Bree, just here to the skirmish camp. I'll work out how many marks I've actually earned so far, and that will give me a good indication of what gear I can and can't buy from the skirmish camp. The skirmish camp's gear does tend to kind of hit and miss. Some tends to be okay, some tends to be pretty trash, but it'd be a good upgrade irregardless, or some upgrades irregardless. This isn't promising at all. Fighting this, okay, well, that was lucky. So I moved my mic. So the game essentially just froze completely. I pressed all my skills and then pressed my pots just in case. Nurka Breaker, what am I saying? Just in case that Nurka Breaker got me good. I was quite lucky that the game, but the server didn't crash, because if it would have crashed while I was in combat, I probably would have died. It's a bit sad that my accounts, well, this character is essentially linked to the server rather than my own skill and gameplay. But that's obviously the perks of having a new expansion. So I now started putting my points into Zeal. I'm only doing this for the passive bonuses. So each time I level up, it's obviously going to give me an extra 2, which should be quite nice. 2 to physical and tactical rating. So a little bit more damage would be nice. Midgewater Marshes now completed. I don't need to come back here. Just going to go hand in these quests. Once I hand in these quests, we'll then head to south of Bree, just down here, to the skirmish camp. We can hand in a quest there. Once that quest is handed in, should be able to buy some loot. I'll be able to go through how many marks I've got so far, how many marks I can spend, and essentially upgrade myself. Well, upgrade the character to give myself the best chance to actually go to the Barrows, because I don't really want to die. I'm quite enjoying this Guardian. Even in the DPS line, the Guardian is actually quite good fun, which I didn't think it would be. The rework is actually quite positive, at least in my opinion. I played the Guardian before. It's a bit stagnant. You kind of just pressed a few buttons and kind of waited until the mobs died. But now it feels fluid. At least the red line feels really fluid. The blue line is really tanky. It is still a bit slow, but the red line feels good. I'm going to go hand in these quests and jump straight to the skirmish camp. Here we are outside the skirmish camp. I have cleared out my bags, finally, and I smithed all of those copper ores into ingots, into bronze, and then I processed them all into, well, just processed them. And that leveled me up 1 and a bit times. So I'm now level 21. So that allowed me to, so I put my last point into deeper wounds, and that has given me Relentless Fury, which is this new attack buff, 6-second buff, no, 20-second buff. And it's a 2-minute cooldown, so it's quite good. Quite a nice little boost to damage just in case I need it. So this is the skirmish camp just here, just south of Bree. You can see all these are little vendors. I'm not going to do this guy's next quest. I won't be able to do it without dying. So all these are different quests. I will be going through them all. I did check how many marks I've got so far, and the total is, I've got 600 from Eredluin and 120 so far from Bree. So that's 720 I've got spare. So I'm going to go through each of these vendors and let's see what they've got. So I'm going to ignore the cosmetics, going to ignore the light armor. So let's have a look. So let's go to level 20. So what have they got? I'm going to make a note of everything I buy. So first things first, I'm looking at the higher, the higher kind of tier stuff. It's purples. So that's going to be a 9 there. Do I need any of these trinkets? I haven't got any trinkets yet. So that's 4. So it's 13. I won't take any of those. Then I'll grab 2 of these. That's going to be 22. Then I'll grab 22 of those. 22, 31, 40, 49. I need 2 rings, 49. Okay, these rings aren't very good, so I won't buy any rings. I'm making note of 49 so far that I've spent. Weapons. Let's see what weapons I can get. So I'm going to go for two-handed still. Two-handed greatsword. Here we go. That's a pretty large increase. Let's see if we've got any other two. And a bow. So that's going to be a larger increase in damage as well. That's 18 right there. And then heavy armor over here. Let's go to level 20. So we've got a heavy shield. Heavy shields are what I wanted earlier. But so that's not much better than what I've got. That's not much better than what I've got. Let's see if these are any better. So it looks like the armor itself, although it gives me more armor, it does subtract the stat bonuses I get. So I won't buy any armor. That's not required at the moment. Delving Wards, don't need Delving Wards. Provisions.
What do you need?
Okay, don't need. Let's see what I can get from the provision shop. Level. Look at your potions. What level do I need for the lowest level? So I need to be level 25 for the lowest level potions. Curatives. Okay, not going to do any curatives. Okay. So level 25 for potions. But I'm going to buy a few of these. Get me yourself ready. So I'm going to buy 1 set, 2 set, 3 set, 4. I'm going to buy 10 of them. So that's 40 right there. 40 marks I just spent. Then move you down. Curiosities. What are these? Oh, these are class items, major items, reputations. Fine, I won't be getting any of those. Won't be getting any of those. Classic. What's this? Oh, okay, so I can buy sets if I wanted the cosmetics. Fine. Okay. Crafting. So here is where there's really what I want. So let's go to Prospector. Let's see. So I don't really want bulk items. I want recipes. It's Prospector page 2. Okay, these are all bulk items I can buy from there. Not really what I want. Weaponsmith, woodworking. I want metalworker. So here I should be able to buy recipes. So I'm now on Journeyman. It says let's buy one of these. Let's see what this will give me. That was 26 that just cost me. So although I've got a load of marks now, I know it's going to go down relatively quickly. So read this. What did that give me? You gain the knowledge of Journeyman Smith expertise recipe. What was that? Okay, so that just gives me a load of experience. Fine. Okay, it wasn't really what I wanted it to be. So I just wasted a load there. I just wasted that. Prospector. No, not Prospector. Metalworker. So that wasn't what I wanted it to be. So it looks like they just give you experience. Then let's go to page 2. This is what I was looking for. So I'm now on Journey. So I'm on Journeyman. So let's buy one of these. Let's see what this will give me. It's cost me 4. Buy one of these. Okay, so that's minimum level 20. So this is what I wanted. So this is Journeyman, right? Let's double check. This is Journeyman. That was Journeyman. So this is really what I wanted. Although they require sapphire shards, which I believe I can buy from here as well. Metalworker. It's page 2. So I want. So I'm now on Journeyman. So let's say I'm gonna. Let's buy. Can I buy a bulk? No. Let's buy. I can buy a lot of them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9. Let's buy 10 of them. It's another 40. And then let's buy. So I'm going to do quick math to see how much I've got left, mark wise. So look at this, I've got over 400 left. So to get me ready for, because after Journeyman obviously it goes to Expert. To get me ready for Expert, I'm going to buy also buy 10 of these. That's going to cost me 90. So I can always come back and buy some more. So expert, I'm going to be an expert for a while. So that cost me 90 marks just there. So let's see what I've unlocked, because I'd like to unlock the level 22 gear for Journeyman. As much of it as I can, that is. So I already know that recipe. So this is the level 22 helmet, which when I've got this 22 helmet, yes, it requires sapphire shard, but the actual helmet itself is a lot better than what I've got. So I probably won't be buying armor from the skirmish camps. I'll just be buying these recipes and I'll continue crafting everything myself. Yeah, so that's the leggings. Let's double check the leggings are better as well. Yeah, the leggings are a lot better. Although, what level are they for? So level 20. That's going to put me in a good stead to move on. It's a kite shield. Again, the kite shield is for level 20 as well. Yes. So I'll keep spending these until I get the full heavy armor. By the looks of this, I might actually have most of the heavy armor here. Warden shield's good, but obviously not a warden. So I'm missing, so I've got boots, gloves, helmet, legs. So I'm missing the shoulders and the chest piece. So let's buy another. I'm going to keep buying these until I get the full amount, and I'll let you know how much it cost me. So that was convenient. That only cost me 5 more, so it cost me 20 marks. So I'm going to do exactly the same for the expert as well now. So now Journeyman, I've got this full set of gear I can work towards. I don't know where to get this Journeyman's Metalsmith journal. No idea where to get that from. Oh, but I can use my universal crafting for it. Fine. But this upgraded gear is actually still really good. So I'll hold off on this. I believe low grade steel ingots I actually get from the lone lands to the east. So I'll probably go and grab some. And look where I can get some silver shards from as well. Sapphire shards. I don't know where they drop from, to be quite honest. This guy might sell them, to be quite honest. But I don't know off the top of my head. If he does sell it, it'll be special. But yeah, okay, he does sell them. So I could buy a full set. So I'll be missing. So I've got 1. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'll be missing 5. So I can grab 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 5. So that's 45 marks just there, which I now owe. And then I can then get all these ingots myself. So that's a full set of level 20 armor, which will get me in good stead, ready to move on. Just checking how good it is compared to expert. So expert, the steel armor here is 98, whereas the armor here will be 97. So it's actually slightly better, the expert one here. But I'm guessing the stats are slightly worse. Shoulder guards, it's 9244. 9244. Okay, yeah, so the stats are better on these ones up here. I'm going to open up all of these 10. And hopefully I can get some good, hopefully not all duplicates. So these are all level 30 gear. And let's have a look at what level 30 gear looks like. Okay, it's pretty good. And I'm not rushing to get all of this because obviously level 30, I'm not that close to level 30. But looks of it, I've got all of them other than the boots anyway. I can sell these. It puts me in very good stead. So now I just need to find out where I can get low grade steel ingots, which I can't remember off the top of my head, and then barrow ingots. Oh wait, no, I can turn the barrow ingots into steel ingots by using lumps of coal, I believe. So I now just need a load of barrow ingots, and that's a full set of armor ready for me, which is really good. And I believe that is all I need for now. So it's a slightly longer episode, and just because I wanted to just make sure I got these new items ready for me to carry on. But we're now in a good way because we just need a load of barrow iron, and we'll be able to craft a whole load of new armor. We've got some new items just here, which I'll quickly equip them all. So we're in a really good place to move on. for the essentially moving towards the barrows. Just bearing in mind, obviously, when we get closer, I'm going to be able to hopefully make some more gear, and the mobs are going to get stronger because I have been killing some relatively weak mobs recently.
What can I do for you?
All in all, we're in good stead. I do have 388 marks left over, so that I can spend them whenever. I think each map should give you a minimum. There's a set minimum each map should give you. I think it's at 600 once you complete the map, or around those numbers. I'm not gonna go too crazy with this camp, but if I can get upgrades, I will get upgrades because it's really difficult doing this solo on the hardest difficulty. But once again, long video. Do apologise. I hope you enjoyed the video if you made it this far, and well, if you leave a like, that'd be awesome. Subscribe would be good, and we'll see you in the next one. Have a wonderful day, and peace out.